Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Mass Effect Andromeda. These two still only have four? Yeah, okay. There it was. Let's head out this way. I was gonna say, those look like water bottles that we currently have. Let's see, so that's the market over there.
Exaltation is just another word for how the kid kill us.
And if you're wrong? If we've been killing for them without realizing it?
I saw a Ket up close when they attacked. It was nothing like our people.
The Ket weaponize their victims to make you hesitate.
And when the Ket begin to exalt your people, what will you do then?
Thank you for that. Insight, Pathfinder. The issue facing us is complex. Come, my friends. Deliberate with me.
That was exciting. Okay, yeah, this way. Is there something? Okay. Let there be unity. Before the Scourge, Angara were... Oh no. Why do I have to do this? Before the Scourge, Angara were one people. It took centuries after that disaster to find each other again. And by then, we'd been divided too long. That's how the Ket were able to conquer us. The war forced us back together, but now you've upset the balance. Some don't trust you. Others want to save us. Want you to save us. Divisions are forming. If you're really here to help, keep our people united. I'm writing this in my final days. I've lived a long life that now comes to its natural end. I've known great... Oops. I realized I didn't switch back over to the right screen. I've known great loss and pain, but also joy and hope. I think we have that in common. My fate is to leave at a turning point in history. Part of me is angry I won't see what happens next, but I've made my peace. Whatever becomes of your people, mine and the Ket will reverberate into the lives of my great-grandchildren, and that gives me strange comfort. I know there's more to this life than war and hardship, and I've seen enough to know your people understand that too. Be well, take care of each other, change life for the better. Goodbye. Don't be deceived by the posturing of Ephra de Teshav and his resistance. We are not a violent people. We're scientists, inventors, artists, caretakers, and explorers. This is our home, but there is room enough for all of us, or for us all. We told the Ket the same thing, but they didn't listen. We hope you too. This message will never be read by the Pathfinder. Hi. Much less reach the Nexus. We're so desperate for allies against the Ket that we're willing to make the same mistake with new aliens. This little stunt by the governor won't change anything. We might as well be screaming into the wind. To me, it's not my part to edit. Okay, so that's where I was just now. And that's that done there. Okay. Now that I have that mission, I'm gonna go poke this message terminal as well. All right. I can tell this one's gonna be. I remember the first time I met the Moshai. It was one of the greatest moments in my life, or of my life. She has done so much for our people. When the rumors began that she'd been caught by the Ket and worse, killed, I lost hope for the future. You restored it. I don't care what anyone says. I believe you came to save us. This is not your galaxy. You do not belong here. Anyone who thinks you're different from the Ket is a fool. I see you for what you are. There are many more like me. If you come in peace and friendship, Pavoa. If your hearts are filled with deceit, you will die. That is all you need to know. I'm a little upset that it didn't tell me what the edits were. Or let me edit.
Welcome to the Taverton. Feel free to order a drink, or if you're hungry, we have nutrient paste. Not as exciting as fresh fruit, but you'll like it.
What's in that stuff?
In short, everything. Nearly all the food we grow goes straight into processing. We can feed an entire planet in a single harvest. Even ship some off-world.
How does it work?
How do you stretch your food that far?
It's complicated. Hard to explain without going into lengthy detail. But I'd be happy to send some to your ship, along with my process notes.
The Nexus would love that.
Consider it done.
What does Taviton mean? My translator won't pick it up.
It depends on the context. If it's a person, it means an old friend. If it's a location, like this, it's more a place you could bring someone home to.
What if you need to meet your Taviton at the Taviton?
It's not so hard to understand. I'm sure your language has its quirks.
Don't get me started.
Your, and your. There, and there.
I'd like a drink.
Read and read. Okay, that was nothing.
That's all for now.
We'll come back anytime.
The Ket have felt our power, or felt the power of the Resistance, and they know their end is coming. Our victories unfold. I think I've already read that. Liam.
Ryder. Good to be back here. Ready to hit those scans?
What am I looking for?
Moran called out supplies that may have useful properties for our tech. Just need to get Sam's eye on them. Take a stroll. Enjoy the market. Nav sent.
Let me tell you, helping the Moshai opened a lot of doors around here. Most Angara still keep their distance, though.
You definitely stick out.
Well, you are a bit of an eyesore.
Speak for yourself. When I saw my first human, I couldn't understand how you keep your blood inside. Skin that thin.
Every resistance recruitment poster. Did he ever contact you? I'm so glad you're back.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Done.
During our fight, you proved you could fight, you could fight the Ket on Vold. The Resistance doesn't impress easy. Stand with us. Together we will take this war to the enemy's home. We'll make them feel terror. We'll show them despair. We will break the Ket, and when that is done, we'll share the rewards of our victory. We've seen members of your species act with violence, greed, and selfishness. We found evidence of your people attacking and stealing from one another. Why do you hurt each other when only the Ket stand to gain? If our people are slow to trust you, it's because we can't understand why some of you seem determined to hurt each other. Even the cats stand united in their cause. Why don't you? Solid criticism. I've spent my life wondering what other beings might exist. You people are nothing like what I imagined, and I'm glad for that. I thought I was long past being surprised in life. My sons and daughters draw pictures of you and ask me all sorts of questions. They want to know everything about you. We hope you feel the same way. There's so much we could teach each other. Help arrives when you least expect it, and your arrival was unexpected. You came to Aya wounded and in need, and we didn't welcome you. You went to our other worlds and helped our people overcome terrible challenges with no promise of reward or friendship. You wouldn't do that if there wasn't a goodness at your core. You want to understand and be understood. This is the start of a great alliance. Hi, Joel.
Well, what do you think?
I could get used to this.
We take turns living here. You can see why.
I love pretty much everything about it.
I love the air, the breeze. And one day we'll have more places like this. I have faith. Thank you for making sure that this squad behaves while on Aya.
You're welcome.
They just follow my lead, I guess.
I was being sarcastic. So, good to know.
Something up here. PB? You okay? Though we don't know much about the Remnant or its creators, we've determined the Remnant were present in Helios long before our people. The Remnant's purpose appears to be the same as planetary vaults, to transform a world into a thriving, beautiful paradise. Before the arrival of Pathfinder Rider in Revolution 826, modern attempts to interact with the Remnant have been unsuccessful, but we've been able to coexist with them peacefully here on Aya. Though we know little about our pre-Scourge ancestors, evidence points to a grand multi-planet society with sophisticated technology. Many recent discoveries indicate our ancestors even traveled vast distances between systems. Though we have no way of knowing for sure, most scholars theorize our people's early success was due to the use of remnant technology.
Getting acquainted with our new neighbors?
Sort of. All this stuff. The Angara sure do have a rich culture and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You're sauced, aren't you? What's your poison?
I visited that cafe the Angara consider a bar. Asked for their hardest stuff. It was weird, which I like, but had almost no punch. Lightweight. Whoa.
Steady now?
That stuff must have a slow absorption rate. Whoops. Oh, Ryder. It's just... This museum reminds me of being on Haitiana during my indentured service as a student. They even have a whole section on the Remnant. I didn't come to Andromeda to follow in someone else's footsteps.
Don't worry, PB. The Angara barely have a foothold. Sure, they live among the ruins, but they haven't seen what we've already seen.
You might have a point there. Bet nobody here has ever outrun an ancient vault purification field, huh?
Nope.
Or spat in that Archon's ugly mug and lived to talk about it? That was nice work, by the way.
Thank you.
You're right. Not sure why, but ever since I packed up my apartment on the Nexus, something's crawled under my skin. But whatever it is, I promise, I'll get over it lickety-split.
You're fine, PB. We all need to cut loose once in a while.
You're very understanding and attractive. Nice combination. Think I'll stay in your operation a little while longer.
Good. Oh, hi.
I've heard so much about you. Is it true you entered a vault on Eos?
Sure is.
Amazing. I would have liked to see that.
Are you a relic hunter like Avela?
Actually, I started as an engineer. The Moshai requested my help cracking encryption on a remnant ship she found. Eventually, that led me to the repository. I've been handling data encryption here ever since.
I take it you help run this place.
Nalan and I are Avela's assistants. It's been strange getting used to that.
Why?
Avela's much younger than the previous curator. She has a lot more energy. Sometimes I have to remind her to take a break. She's too passionate for her own good.
Okay, bye.
I'll let you get back to it.
This pottery fragment is believed to be a ceremonial decoration from ancient temples of Havarl. While we can't know for certain, theories about this remnant device suggest its function may be to convert rock and sand into nutrient-rich soil. Archaeologists on Havarl recently discovered what they believe are pieces from the oldest structure as yet found on the planet. These fragments were literally uprooted by mutating vegetation rising from... Wow. By mutating vegetation rising from an underground cavern. Though the exact cultural nature of this find remains unknown, teams of researchers have recently established a permanent dig site to search for more clues. First contact with the Ket varied among our homeworlds. While the Ket sought to confuse Havarl with silence, they murdered the ambassador on Vold. They turned our worlds against each other and took advantage of the confusion and chaos. It's important for us to all learn from this moment in history and to present a united front in the face of adversity. We are currently updating this display to bring you the latest in historical finds. Thank you for your patience. This fragment is from a wall of the governor's public residence on Vold, which was destroyed by Ket bombardment during the initial invasion. The governor, all staff, and most of her immediate family were all killed in the blast. When Vold stands liberated, this relic will form the cornerstone of a monument to those who gave their lives defending our home. Until recently, we knew this as a Ket tool, but didn't understand its purpose. Scholars have recently determined it's used in the exaltation of our people. Though it may be difficult to look at, it's important we learn and understand exaltation to protect ourselves and our loved ones.
I couldn't even get it open. It locked me out.
So I was right. It is remnant.
In the time before the Scourge, Angaran pilots wore helmets while covering the vast distances between planets. It's speculated that remnant technology was used in this helmet construction, attracting the Scourge's attention.
Oh, here. Welcome to my favorite place in the galaxy.
Hold on, Avela. I want to talk to Nalan first.
Oh, it's you. I watched you land.
Hope you're not calling me it anymore.
You heard that. I apologize. I was ignorant.
What's your job around here?
Aelin and I help Avela with her studies. I specialize in restoration.
So you make relics look new.
Do as I can. I'm not a miracle worker, no matter what Avela says. She'll praise Ellen and I to anyone who will listen. Never had a supervisor like that before.
I'll leave you to it.
Pavawa, I'm glad they finally let you into the city. You deserve it. This is Aya's Cultural Museum and History Archive. It's small, but you've already made it brighter. Pathfinder, I've been studying the helmet you found, and it's got me thinking. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't even know that helmet existed. What if that's not all we're missing? There could be a wealth of history just out of our reach. So, I'm requesting your help again.
Just tell me what I need to do.
I've led digs on every Angaran homeworld, but there are places I've missed. Areas only a Pathfinder could go. There could be relics sitting untouched for centuries because no one could reach them. What I ask is this. If you ever find yourself in an area like that, you keep an eye out for artifacts.
That's it?
That's it. Keep me in mind as you explore, and bring me anything of interest.
It'd help if I knew where to look.
Any planet could contain something of potential value. My people traveled far. I know that doesn't answer your question, but just keep your eyes open for me.
You're the expert. Can't you just come with me?
I'd like to, more than anything, but I'm needed here. My predecessor trusted me to stay and carry on his work, to find answers. No matter how much I miss the adventure, I have a responsibility here.
A few hidden relics coming up.
I don't know what I'd do without you. I'll be here if you find anything. Good luck.
This is quite a place.
It feels like home to me. Sometimes I think I should move in here. But it's got a long way to go. Someday we'll fill it with relics of the past, each one telling a story. And my people will come here to learn. And to remember.
You'll get there.
With enough hard work, yes.
I'll come back when I have something.
Stars guide your travels.
Cool. This dagger dates back nearly 4 centuries to the time just after the Scourge appeared. Faced with a technological dark age, our ancient ancestors learned to fight and hunt without the use of advanced weaponry. Mother, you wouldn't believe all that's happened since Pathfinder Rider landed on Aya. I'm sure you know about the Moshai's rescue, but I suspect you've only heard the official version. Ephra and his resistance like to claim credit for bringing her home, but I know for a fact they never could have accomplished it without Pathfinder. People fear these new aliens and will turn out... people fear these new aliens will turn out to be like the cat. Don't listen to them. I feel in my spirit they've come to help, and you know I'm always right about these things. I wish you could see some of the interesting relics we found on Havarl and elsewhere. I'll bring images next time I visit. Also, I'm not seeing Atu anymore. There's nothing particular that ended things. We're just too different. Don't worry, my work still brings me all the happiness I need. So I just need to head into here, right? Okay. PB's still stumbling over there. Yeah, right. There's... okay. Someone scanned me over here.
Hello there.
I'm working.
You scanned me pretty hard. That wasn't your way of saying welcome, stranger?
I wanted to be discreet.
Noted. What's your interest in me?
You're an alien on my homeworld. Why wouldn't I be interested?
You could have asked.
Fine. Will you submit to a full spectrum analysis of your biology?
You haven't even told me your name.
Darnfra. Biological researcher. This is my home.
Are you looking for something specific?
We share many external similarities. I want to learn if that holds true internally.
Sure.
Can't fault you for being curious. Scan away.
I didn't think you'd comply.
I'm full of surprises.
That you are. When we face extinction, family is our final comfort. Do you understand that?
I've spent long enough around your people to understand what family means to you.
You only see the surface. Family is everything. Not only the one we have now, but the ones that follow us. What will your family look like in 5 generations? 10? How many of you will there be?
You're worried there'll be more of us than you.
I have 23 grandchildren. I want to know what their grandchildren will inherit. Goodbye, Pathfinder.
Can I actually scan her? Nope. Worth a shot. Oh, this place got bigger.
Sam, is this thing safe?
Yes. The slight ringing in your ears is nothing to worry about.
Good
Very
to
reassuring.
know.
Good to see you.
Hey, Cora.
Wish I could join in down there. I could use a workout.
What we're doing right now is nothing like a battlefield. Before you go into the field, you need to attain focus without thinking about it. Again.
Ephra's letting me record a few of these training sessions. Just a few. But the Angara have some smart tactics. Now I get how they've held out against the Ket. Getting lots of stares. Reminds me of being on Thessia for Asari commando training. We're the aliens.
Got any tips on navigating an alien society?
Be yourself, but your best self. Listen and be polite about scanning your food. Though that's good advice in general.
Pathfinder, Ephra cleared you to purchase weapons. Over my objections.
Hey, selling an alien weapons would make me nervous too.
I don't do this for Ephra. I respect the Moshai.
Most of this I don't fully care about. Alright. I know I need to go down into that room down there, but I want to make sure that I'm not missing other shit up here.
Heard you were coming. I prepared a datapad on our laws regarding war. Learn them.
Though we face an enemy that will not stop until our entire civilization ceases to exist, it is important we not abandon the principles of basic morality. The Ket must be defeated, but not at any cost. It won't matter if our future generations can live without fear of death or enslavement, if that freedom was achieved through genocide or other barbaric crimes. Yeah, here's the main office. Things are as bad as we thought. The deserters don't care about anyone but themselves. Recruitment efforts have found zero traction. Ironically, we've had better luck gaining support from the new aliens. A small group pledged to support the resistance and alert us to future Ket activities on Kadara. It seems unlikely the enemy would give up on the planet so easily, but maybe the presence of these new aliens has confused them. Regardless, I recommend we abandon recruitment efforts and instead focus on infiltration of the local population using deep cover agents. I'll submit a list of candidates in my next report. Severe whiteout conditions have made casualty confirmations difficult. Expect these numbers to be adjusted in the next update. Hopefully they'll be lower. Ket ambushed a night patrol on the Landarian crevasse. 3 dead, 2 wounded, 1 missing. Squad missing outside Techix. It is Techix. Presumed captured, 4 missing. Sniper caught in an avalanche on the southern slope. 1 presumed dead, 1 missing. A shuttle suffered mechanical failure, making hard landing on Steen Ridge, 2 wounded. Argument in the barracks got out of hand, 1 wounded, most likely his pride. or mostly in his pride. Commander de Tisharov, no one questions your thinking, and we all understand that the circumstances we're facing are unprecedented. However, you should know that people are talking in the barracks about how these new Nexus aliens, setting aside how they look, smell, and behave, how can we be expected to trust these things to access our most secure world? On behalf of my unit, we submit that this so-called Pathfinder crew shouldn't be permitted to roam the city without an escort. We're keeping close watch on them. Don't worry, we're not letting them see us, but it would be easier if we could assign a guard to each visitor whenever they're in Aya. We hope you'll consider this option.
Definitely the Moshae being rescued.
I expect you to take good care of Joel out there.
I will. I'm sure he'll return the favor.
Don't worry about him. You saved the Moshae. That earned his loyalty. Still wrapping my head around what you found at the Ket facility. That exaltation.
It must be hard for you, realizing what the Ket soldiers are.
Doesn't change what we have to do. It's war. What do you need?
More conversation.
You've been fighting Ket a long time. Any advice?
Your war's different from ours.
It's still a war, and we're not prepared for it.
Wouldn't matter if you were. The Ket aren't a conventional enemy.
Any idea where they came from? A homeworld somewhere?
Each of our colonies heard a different story. I doubt any were true. They came from far away. That's all we know.
Ever tried following a Ket ship to see where it goes?
Of course we did. Wherever home is, they don't visit.
Do the Ket have a favorite strategy? Something we can exploit?
They switch tactics constantly, almost capricious about it. Makes them unpredictable.
They must have some weakness.
They're vulnerable to brute force. That's enough.
The Ket aren't mindless monsters. They must care about something.
Slaves, resources, power. Same as any conqueror.
You didn't see the exaltation process. Treat it like religion.
They convert us against our will. That's not religion, it's genocide. Every culture has its purpose. Theirs is to take whatever they want.
There's no official Angaran military? Just the Resistance?
Lost our fleets and armies decades ago. Ket mostly. The rest fell to internal strife. We kept fighting, but our civilians were disorganized. Poorly supplied, leaderless. Decades of aimless defiance got us nowhere. I had to make the Resistance real.
How is the Resistance organized?
Loosely, we operate in cells. Independent strike teams have better odds. If the Ket capture a cell, it doesn't compromise the rest.
How'd you wind up in charge?
Nothing to lose. My family was rounded up into a Ket slave camp. Last contact I had with any of them was 10 years ago.
They could still be alive.
Didn't figure you for an optimist.
What success have you had against the Ket?
Enemy casualties are up 600% in 3 years. But that's just a number. Every time we destroy a facility, take out a warship, we give our people hope.
And you're not fighting alone anymore.
We'll see.
I've seen armed people in uniform. They're not Resistance?
Aya police. Purely ornamental. Gives us the appearance of civilization.
You don't think they're necessary?
If things go bad, the Resistance will handle it.
That's up to the governor, isn't it? What do you think of your governor?
She governs Aya, not the Resistance.
Way to avoid the question. Is there history between you?
I can always count on Paran to offer a spirited argument.
You respect her.
She holds her own. Not many do.
What's your story, Ephra?
You're not getting my personnel file.
I'd just like to know who I'm working with.
You want to know what it's like being me? I wake up every morning to fight a war. I send people to kill and die. If I'm lucky, there are more dead Ket than Resistance when I go to sleep.
That's a hell of a burden.
Enough personal discussion.
I hope the initiative is making a good impression.
The initiative. Sounds so unthreatening. Like a city planner meeting.
It's kind of what it's meant to be.
City planners don't walk around in battle armor with rifles on their shoulder.
Depends on the city. My point is, we traveled through dark space to build something here.
That's what invaders always say. At first.
We're not invaders.
Of course.
I'll let you get back to it.
Good.
Real short. Short conversations and answers.
Moved in Vayon to replace them? No, 6 9 is too unstable. They'll be out of food in 2 days. Out ammo in 3. They have to fall back.
Sounds like you've got trouble.
Too many kit, not enough resistance. Have a team that's been in the field for 6 months without resupply. They won't come in. Say they're close to taking down a kit outpost, but I don't know.
Give your team a chance to pull it off.
We fought best when the odds are against us. Maybe you're right. This is the hardest part of my job. Thank you for the advice, Pathfinder.
I don't know if I actually gave good advice or not, but I gave advice. Okay, so I need to go back to... Yes, okay. Alright, I need to go... Before I leave here, I need to go down. So I already went over there. Now I need to go check out down here.
I assume you're the human everyone's buzzing about.
You assume correct?
If you're looking for treatment, I'm afraid I don't know enough about human physiology to be much help. Unless you can make use of the ion beds.
If Jal takes a hit on my watch, my doctor needs to know how to treat him. Can you point me to resources she can use to learn your methods?
So you're considering all possibilities. Jal is in good hands. I have medical journals on treating Angaran injuries and preventing complications. You're welcome to upload them to your ship's doctor for study.
Is there something special about the beds here?
They're filled with a negatively charged iron gel. The gel works with our natural electricity to speed recovery.
Think it'd work on other species?
Without bioelectricity, it would be of small benefit, but it might reduce pain.
So you guys are electrically charged?
Our bodies produce a store of electricity that we can dispel in a surge of energy. We use it for short-range communication, healing, even combat. I admit, I was surprised to learn your kind doesn't have that ability.
Some of us are biotic. It's similar, kinda.
I would be interested to study biotics.
I'll get moving.
Ishari.
Getting enough sunlight?
Plenty.
I'm gonna say, can I scan the bed? Alright, so I checked that out. Now I think I just need to warp to there.
Visit me for all your day-to-day needs. Not today, Nexus.
Liam?
God damn it.
What's going on?
Nothing to worry about. Just come grab a table with me.
You know, give me a second. I'll go there first so I can send these messages out. Guard. I'm inside the thing. What impulse drove your people to cross dark space? What have you come here for? Do you expect us to believe you're just explorers who want to live in peace? I think you fled something terrible. I think it might follow you here. Which one of your species actually controls this so-called initiative? Are you even different species or just genetic constructs customized to fill different roles? Why do you all walk on two legs like us? Is it so we'd accept you? What did you look like before you crossed dark space? When I heard you were granted permission to land on Havarl, I filed a complaint with Governor Shai. That world is one of our most sacred places and is not for outsiders. Even the Ket keep their distance because they know we'll fight to the death to protect it. Anyone who defies Havarl will face consequences. You built ships to travel across dark space. Show us how to make them and let us retrace your path. There are no Ket where you came from. We have a generation facing extinction, but you could help us go there with where the enemy won't follow. We've suffered enough. Give us hope. Yeah, I'll forward that unedited. I don't think there's anything in there that is a big deal. Overran you.
Pathfinder, you're good here. We'll worry about the data another time.
Liam, what's going on?
I, figured we should head up somewhere nice and open. You were being cased.
Are you getting me in trouble? What was this about?
We're not in trouble exactly, but I don't blame them for being angry. I wanted to get data that would help yields at our outposts. Baran told me what to scan, but I called it off. I still owe her, but it's better than pissing off some gouging hardliner. Sorry I didn't clue you in. It's a security thing. Food is security.
Was this an attempt to copy their methods? Steal secrets?
We're not competing companies. It's about learning to live here. Remember my Tempest freakout? I tried proper channels. Got blocked by the Angara and the Nexus. There's only so much Jar can tell us, so I did what we do back in Crisis Response. Bend the rules.
Liam, I deserve better than having this sprung on me mid-market.
You're right, of course, you're right. And the Angara are right too. The last people who showed up out of the blue were the Ket, the ultimate users. I don't want us getting lumped in with them, and I really, really don't want to ruin the market. I like coming here. Just enjoying time with you. Feels normal. About time something did.
We may have to stick to ourselves for a while, if that's what both sides seem to want.
It isn't. Saw it all the time during crisis deployments. Us versus them turns into food versus no food. We have to figure this shit out, or both sides will hurt.
Is there anything else in here? Does not look like it, so apart from going back to the Tempest, I guess it is time to go meet up with the Moshai. I like how there's the fast travel. I guess the fast travel station is what enables me to go to these different places. Oh, right. I forgot what I was doing here. This is to go to the vault.
I haven't brought anyone here in over 20 years. There's always been an active display for Aya, but we could never affect it.
Let's see what we can do. Sam?
Yes, this is new. Is it similar to the vault on Eos?
Tell me, what are you seeing?
I think what we need to figure out is what's different. Tell me, what do you see?
The vaults. They're a network, as you discovered. However,
they're not connected to each other, but to this place.
This image was on a relic the Archon showed me. He called it Meridian. And it looks like Aya's vault is the only one that's fully connected to it.
And it's terraforming, doing what it was meant to do.
The vault on Eos is also present, but changed. Our interfacing with it has affected its connection.
What do you think, Professor?
I think that Meridian is the control center for all the vaults.
Thank you. This is unbelievable. If we can get to Meridian, maybe we can turn everything on from there. Make Helios live.
Wait, Ryder. The Archon knows where it is. He's already been there.
What? Where? Meridian?
Of course. That's why he tortured me. He thought I could help him use it.
Because he can't. Meridian is my people's best chance for survival. We have to take it from him.
Agreed. Such power in the hands of such evil could mean the end of your people, and mine.
No one is safe as long as he's on this hunt. I'm going to shut it down. For all our sakes.
Expand the galaxy map.
You're going to need that relic I saw. The Resistance might have intel on the whereabouts of Archon's ship. I'll talk to Ephra and secure his full cooperation. Meet me there.
Okay. Let's go.
I deserve to be told. You had no right to keep it secret from me.
It's an ongoing investigation. I meant no disrespect.
Did Jarl know?
Of course not. Neither did the human.
Hi.
I could have kept Sam to myself, you know.
This is different. Not your business.
It is now. We need to find the Ket command ship. Tell her the truth about my capture.
Moshai, please.
It may be our only route to the Archon.
One of my men helped the Ket take her. A resistance commander named Venturev.
The Archon wanted her knowledge of Remnant tech, but why would Ven betray her?
I don't know. That's why I kept it quiet. I'm working to capture him, make him answer for what he did.
You know where he is?
Kadara Port. My contacts are hunting him.
Contacts? You can't trust anyone there. They deserted our cause, our people.
And now they're ruled by exiles from your galaxy.
Ven may know how to find the Archon and his ship. We can't leave this to a pack of renegades and outlaws.
I'm a little new to the galaxy. Where did Ven go exactly?
Kadara Port is a trading outpost. We abandoned it when the Ket invaded.
Some of us went back. Deserters, scavengers. They don't support Aya.
How did exiles from the Nexus wind up there?
Bad luck for everyone.
I need the relic that leads to Meridian, and I can handle my people. Let me do this.
I don't like it.
I don't care. The Pathfinder is right.
I'll transmit my files on Kadara Port to your ship.
Our traitor could have useful information. We need him alive.
That's up to him.
Be safe, Pathfinder. As for you, Ephra, we're not done.
Uh-oh. just gonna slowly walk our way out, except I can't, because it's 1 or 0. There's no optional. Oh fuck. Why do you want something from me now? Could you have needed something from me but when I was there to begin with? Oh, we now have more stuff popping up. Oh, too far. Like, some of the things that were on hold are no longer on hold.
When you have a Pathfinder, this is a tremendous honor. I must express my admiration for all you've done. Crossing the void between galaxies, navigating the Scourge to find Aya. Incredible.
The odds were against us, that's for sure.
Yet here we are, strangers from different galaxies conversing in friendship. Extraordinary. I am Mariko Darej, Chief Voneron.
Title didn't translate.
A Voneron. That's very...
I don't know.
I don't know what.
Ah, linguistics, not my strength. I am a celestial observer, charting the movements of stars, planets, and the Scourge.
An astronomer. You know the safe routes out there?
We deploy satellites that alert us to new hazards and opportunities. But we've lost contact with several key observers. They've simply stopped. I sent a vessel to scan their last known locations, but nothing's been found. Your Tempest is highly advanced. I hoped you could aid our search.
Sure.
Even Pathfinders need a good map. I'll look into it.
I knew you'd understand. I'll provide search nav points. And when I can finally reconcile our charts with fresh satellite data, I'll gladly share all we have.
Cool. Alright, I think that's it now. It's a bunch of, like, locations, but there's nothing... Actually, you know what? This might just be quicker. Let's go. And I think what I'm going to do now is take a lap around, do the conversation stuff, and then we'll end the video. We'll stream, because there's going to be another video, but we'll end this episode.
Director Tan, good news. The Angara opened an embassy for us on Aya.
That is a surprise. What are their expectations?
Show them respect.
They survived the Scourge and the Cat and rebuilt their civilization. Don't forget it.
Appeal to their pride. Sensible. I will gather envoys and send them to Aya. Thank you, Pathfinder. We'll take it from here.
The team's invited me to their regular poker game. They've been practicing, and each wants to be the one to dethrone me. Notes on crew tendencies. Game 1. Result. Took everyone's credits in record time. Vetra sighs when she gets the card she wants every time. When PB finishes shuffling, the bottom card can often be seen. Drac might be the easiest to read, but try not to say anything that suggests this. In fact, say the opposite. He gets even sloppier when his ego's been stroked. Cora has yet to bluff, might not be in her makeup. Jull has real potential. Game 2. Broke Game 1's record. Consider easing up on them a little. PB has started checking, but only to check raise. She has always needed to be the one pushing the action. Drac thinks staring at me will tell him something. I think I'll blow him a kiss next time. Vetra's getting upset. She doesn't show it, but it's obvious. Cora still won't bluff. She's too risk-averse. Even with a good hand, a strong bet will get her to lay it down. Jull's inexperience is an advantage. He's hard to read. Game 3. Let Vetra hang with me for a long time before dashing their hopes this time. She left very encouraged. Overall mood was improved among the others. If Jal is still in a hand, PB plays less aggressively. I think she wants him. It's possible. Drac doesn't show it, or doesn't know it, but he picks his nose when he's got something. Cora bluffed. It was horrible. 2 or 3 hands. Jal had me sweating. He's only just started, and he's so much better than Vetra. Game 4. Couldn't help myself. Took Vetra down. Still undefeated. Showed all 7 bluffs that worked on Cora. Wanted to see if I can goad her into playing looser. Called PB's hand 4 times. Maybe she'll start slowing down. Doing all this to change things up. Getting bored. Scared of Jal. Result, yawn, easy money. Jal is clearly better than everyone else, especially Vetra. Plan worked. Cora actually bluffed once. It was horrible. She was so uncomfortable. Vetra played much cagier after being destroyed last time. I'm going to keep telling her she's dangerous. It's more fun when she's in a good mood. PB doesn't seem to care. I've demonstrated that I know exactly what she has. She still bulldozes away. I'll keep flashing the red cape. Drac could learn a thing or two from Jal. Stop talking all the time. Jal barely speaks, so he doesn't give much away. Stop eating and drinking. Jal never eats or drinks while we play. He stays focused. Stop picking his nose. Jal never picks his nose. Think have these chumps down. Next time, maybe I'll play with my eyes closed. All right.
Oh, come to say hi?
These things make for a good snack. Or target practice.
Where the fuck is everyone?
I am not uptight. Not even 300 years old and fussing at us like a matriarch. I'm a doctor. Fussing's part of the job.
That's not the one that I clicked on, but sure. Ooh, no. Oh, ooh, that was a no bueno. Hey, Vetra.
Need something? Need something done?
Nope, we're good.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Nobody's in here.
Now, exaltation. The cat just keep asking for more trouble.
Really looking forward to kicking those guys in the teeth.
Get us there, and we'll save you a place in line.
Hey, kid.
Any new war stories?
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a pyjack scratch its butt?
Tell me more about fighting Cat.
Shoot stuff and don't die. Always works for me.
Stop saying I have new
can talk
dialogue there. Oh, that is already up. Never mind. I assume it's just down.
Did I hear right? You're going after the Archon's ship?
Looks like it.
Last time we crossed his path, you nearly broke my baby here. Tell me you have a better plan of escape this go around.
Nope.
We'll be winging it, as usual.
I'll get my tools. Just stay out of the skirts, huh?
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
Come on, I need a way up.
Something I should know about?
Hey, I was just... How you doing? I'm... Great, just, I told you I screwed up, and I have. Remember Varand? Contacting the Angara? She's gone. The whole group is gone. Sudden. So, yeah, up for a rescue? Because if we don't, we could be next.
How's this your screw up?
You seem pretty sure this is your fault, but I'm not hearing why.
Yeah, because I gave Varand Nexus data and nav points.
Why would you do that?
We need to know how to live here. I tried asking. I tried taking. No one would help outsiders. So I took initiative. Gave her data and tech so she could mod it. Varand was... She is a good risk. But if pirates interrogate her or barter her to the Ket, it's our heads.
Why didn't you alert everyone immediately?
If they have her info, they have our comms. The Nexus goes on alert, they'll know. Varand's people are tough. They'd have fought if they thought there was a chance. Something made them think there wasn't. I won't risk that. Bad enough I have to involve you. Like I said, I screwed up.
This goes wrong. It's on you.
This goes south. You're on the hook for it.
I know, and I'll fix it. I got a lead from a trader. A grainy visual. We find that system, we find our bad guys. I also asked Bradley for people to help intercept. I thought they might want to pitch in.
How are a bunch of settlers supposed to help?
That's what he said. We're on our own. I'll forward the visual to the bridge for when you want to start hunting. And... sorry.
You done fucked up. Do you have anything else?
Still waiting to find that pirate hiding place. To get Varand and the damn data I passed her.
We'll talk later.
I know it.
That vault on Aya was so gorgeous, so alive.
And Meridian might be the key to the others.
No wonder the Archon wants to control it, like everything in Helios.
How's the search for the Asari Ark going?
Still deciphering the Ark's last known course from the flight recorder, and making sure we're ready for a fight.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
I did ask a buddy of mine who has beaten this game, and I basically gave him the gist of where we were at in the game, and I'm like, don't want to know like what's coming or anything like that.
There will be. But maybe not right now.
Oh shit, he's there. Sounds like he was coming from over there. And I was just like, without obviously spoiling anything, I'm like, how far into the game am I? Or how much is left? And he gave me actually a really solid answer. He said, you're pretty far into it, but you're not close to the end. I'm like, cool, that is a very non-responsive response. But he's like, there will be a point where things start to speed up. The beginning of the game is very slow. And especially with me doing like all of these missions, like I haven't not done stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff in here that I've done. But because I'm not pushing forward necessarily to the story missions and kind of ignoring some of these side tasks, obviously things are going to end up being longer. Right. So, from the sounds of it, there's still a good bit to go in the game. So I believe this one is the one that now has popped up, because that one was on hold. Yeah, no, it's cool to know that I've made a good bit of progress. I already went off on a tangent with that.
You have new email.
Hey, thanks, Sam.
The Rokar go to Kadara and recruit the desperate. I've heard a Rokar recruiter weaving his magic. Even I was convinced.
Do you have a mate? A partner?
I don't. Not for a long time.
Not for a long time.
I
fell in love with a girl once. Aliyah. We were young. I was young. It was my first vassal on Aya. We worked on the same farm. She was a little older. A researcher. I can still hear her laugh and see her eyes. She kissed me and I was hers. Thrilled and seduced.
I have a bad feeling about this.
My older brother came to Aya. He was already famous in the Resistance.
Where is Aaliyah now? Did she and your brother work out?
They came back to Haval, and she joined our family. She became one of the mothers.
You have to see her every day?
No. They were taken by the Ket. Their children survived.
I think you're interesting and, well, great. Anyway, I'd like to get to know you better. What do you think?
Yes, I'd like that.
That's it?
You are a lovely woman. Fascinating. A brilliant risk taker. Knowing you better would be a gift. Sincerely.
Okay then. Well, enough about that. I'll see you later, Jal.
I do. I love the fact that,
and clear.
At the very least, this version of Shepard, it might be the same if you're playing fucking Shepard Ryder. If you're playing as a male Ryder, it could be cool if he was just as like uncomfortable.
Ah, Ryder. Sorry for the mess.
Who's your friend?
An exalted Ket. I called Jarl to show him. Ah, there he is. Jarl, look at this. There's nothing Angara inside.
The physical can be deceiving.
I've run hundreds of tests. Only traces of the Angara genome remain. The exalted are Ket.
There must be a way to fix them.
It's not always a solution.
We need to be prepared that there might not be.
Jarl, remember what we talked about?
That we should examine the problem objectively? Excuse me.
Grief is never easy. But Jarl needs to accept that exaltation is permanent.
It seems that way, but we don't know.
We've barely scratched the surface of what Ket are capable of.
The exalted are new beings. It's more than a transformation, it's a birth. There's no going back. Jarl is part of this crew. His welfare is my responsibility.
I know this job was a surprise, but you've really stepped up. And look, you got your Ket sample.
Their bodies are unlike anything I've seen. Centuries of gene stealing, crafted evolution. It's horrible, of course, but also fascinating.
Glad you're settling in.
Sink or swim, right? I should probably clean this up before it starts to smell.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. Time to go check out my emails. Oh boy. Oh, Jal. In your current culture, is dearest too strong a word to use when two people are fond of each other? And is fond too strong of a word to use when two people enjoy flirting with? Oh boy. Oh boy. I enjoy you. Even now I smile picturing your face. Angara are free with our emotions, and it feels normal for me to lay mine at your feet. Hope it's not too strange for your species that you can comfortably accept them. I enjoy you, but more than that, I adore your strength and courage and beauty. Oh, I was not expecting that. The Moshai sent some news from Aya that she asked me to share with you. Under her guidance, officials are against allowing study in the Aya Vault. It comes with great risk, of course, so she's restricting participation to her brightest students under armed guard. Although she doesn't have your ability to interface with the Remnant, she wants to be ready to assist you however she can once Meridian is found. That you should know, I spoke to Jal. After some reflection, he seems to accept that the process of exaltation cannot be reversed. Thank you for backing me up. I know it's not easy delivering bad news, especially to a friend, but sometimes it's the only way we can move forward and begin to heal. I will continue to run tests and study the data you obtained from the Ket facility regarding exaltation. I don't expect the results to change, but it can't hurt to be thorough. Great. Reviewing all the messages you forwarded from the Angaran populace, on the one hand, it's encouraging to see positive reaction, but on the other hand, this is historically very unlikely. Anytime two species meet for the first time, there is bound to be suspicion and even outright fear. From what I've heard of the Angara, they are not a naive people. I highly doubt your reception is this positive. I wonder if you've maybe perhaps been selective. Only one. I needed the unvarnished truth. That's critical if there's to be any hope of avoiding miscalculations in our relationship with the Angara. I'll pursue my own avenues to gather information. I only did one. Hello, Ryder. The things I'm hearing at Garden World, a whole new species. If you can talk on the record, you know where to find me.
Hello, Sarah.
You do not have anything new.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
New ships up top. That's not the galaxy map, though. Is it? And also, why is it pointing up? Or sorry, why is that pointing down? Even if the galaxy map is up here. Weird.
I'm going to do it. I've run all the tests. It's non-toxic. If we're going to live here, someone has to take the plunge and actually try to eat things.
Dr. Tapero, please do something.
Don't do it, Suvi.
You told on me. I thought we were friends. You, sir, are uninvited from all my parties.
That is...
I don't believe it. Gills reconfigured our entire nav array. O'Connell risked a dozen spacewalks putting that in place. Damn it.
Callow, don't.
Take the helm. I've had enough of this. You don't give a damn what my team and I went through to build this ship.
No, I don't. I care about us surviving out here, and if that means redesigning...
You don't have the right.
Enough.
Knock it off, both of you.
Sure. Once he gets off my back about how I work
Shut
on
up.
the Tempest.
You weren't here. We had to get all kinds of new tech working in a single starship. 50-hour shifts, epiphanies, accidents. Humans can forget. Solarians can't. To me, it's all still happening. My team is here. Stripping down the Tempest like some broken radio risks everything they suffered to build. Their legacy.
If he had the Tempest up on blocks, I might see it.
Look, Callow, your people did a great job, but they're dead. And they couldn't have anticipated half the problems in Helios. Like the Scourge. If we don't adapt, we'll die too. Is that what you want their legacy to be?
Gutting a complex ship out in space isn't adapting. It's irresponsible and disrespectful.
The Tempest is ours now. She has to serve our mission first in whatever capacity we need. Gil, change whatever you have to.
I wonder, in time, will strangers be treating your achievements so carelessly?
Peace and quiet, finally. Thanks, Ryder.
Gil, shut up.
Okay, show's over. Back to it.
If you can't even be okay with changing, that's not good. Especially changing when there's a bunch of unknowns.
A foolish thing to get angry over, isn't it? I suppose the Tempest is just like any other ship, to be taken apart and put back together. Or she will be, once Gil's had his way.
Gil's upgrading the Tempest, not scrapping her. She's in good hands.
I wish I could believe you. But perhaps... Anything else?
No.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
I'm gonna go find Gil and make sure that he's not fucking gloating and... Yo! I'm going to just say Yasha. Because that is the only part of that name that I can probably pronounce properly.
Hey, Ryder. What's the story?
Okay, you don't have anything
Good
more after
talking
that
to you,
fight.
Anytime.
Now to Suvi. How is it going, Yasha?
I found that plant you wanted.
Great. I'll give the recipe a try when I'm off duty. I've already got ideas for how to jazz it up. And I'll keep working on Mr. I don't like movie nights here to come along.
I like them. Just not when Gil is glowering at me.
That's good to hear. That is good to
I should
hear.
get back to things.
Sounds good.
All right. So, what is it that I have to do now? So the Kadara port in the Gavorkum system? Are you just downloading Andromeda? Those are all on hold. I didn't read the email in time, apparently. Okay, cool. Did you must have played the original trilogy, right? The Shepherd trilogy? I think now we were just going around and now searching? Is that what we're doing? You only played 3. Okay. My initial thoughts, and I mean, we're from what I've been told by a friend of mine, I'm pretty far into the game, but I'm also not close to the end. The beginning is very slow. It is very... It is not the beginning of 3 with the invasion of the Reapers. So it definitely starts off slower. So far I've been enjoying it, but it is also a very interesting difference in terms of gameplay. Because you're not playing a shepherd, obviously, and you are... Like, there's a vertical aspect that isn't in the Mass Effect games, where you can really only vault over things. In this one, you actually have a jump, like a jump jet functionality. So, but for those of you who are watching on YouTube, I'm going to be ending this recording. So for those of you watching on YouTube, thank you all so much for watching. I'm Blurry Phoenix, and game on.